Welcome back to everyone who's watching Mamarwa Gasawe TV. You're going to be with me, Princess Mugisha, and let's start with the news headlines. At the United Nations Security Council, debate on peace operation, Rwanda emphasized a comprehensive approach to overcome security dynamics, lack of political clarity, and financial pressures. Rwanda Development Board, in partnership with Enviroserve Rwanda, has commenced the dismantling and recycling of over 7,000 unlicensed storage machines seized across the country at Rwanda E-West Recycling Management Facility in Bugesera District. On the international scene, President Donald Trump temporarily blocked from firing the federal governor. Let's take a short break to be back into the news details. Welcome back into the news details on the start on news in Rwanda, where at the United Nations Security Council debate on peace operation, Rwanda emphasized a comprehensive approach to overcome security dynamics, lack of political clarity, and financial pressures.
I join you all in paying tribute to peacekeepers who paid the ultimate price in the line of duty, and salute those who are serving in different peacekeeping operations around the world. Impartiality as a principle of peacekeeping has contributed to the Blue Helmets' trust and respect as a multilateral force and guarantors of peace and stability. However, its application has been at variable geometry due to unclear regional or global geopolitics, compelling peacekeepers to take sides in the conflict, which is morally and ethically wrong. The need to address the root causes, such as governance, corruption, social injustice, discrimination, and poverty, and the drivers of conflict. As these issues demand commitment to overcome them, the international community should invest considerable efforts towards durable solutions rather than dealing with their consequences only. And we must understand that combating hate speech is the protection of civilians, as hate speech precedes crimes of mass violence and genocide. It, however, becomes worse when the United Nations falls into the trap of misinformation and disinformation of all kinds by echoing unverified reports from any media sources and politically manipulated and biased research.
Turning to our next story, today at North House, Kigali, as part of the Visa Accelerator program, African states engaged in discussion on Rwanda's fintech priorities, advancing instant payment, broadening access to saving and credit, fostering innovation through regulatory and sandbox. DG Esther Kunda, speaking alongside Fatima Tseza, resident representative of UNDP Rwanda, emphasized the importance of public-private collaboration to scale solutions that drive inclusion and opportunity across the continent. MEC remains committed to building a supportive fintech ecosystem, strengthening partnership, and positioning Rwanda as pan-African hub for digital finance and innovation. Now let's turn our focus to this story where Rwanda Development Board, in partnership with Enviroserve Rwanda, has commenced the dismantling and recycling of over 7,000 unlicensed storage machines seized across the country at Rwanda E-West Recycling and Management Facility in Bugesera District. This initiative supports the government efforts to protect the public from gambling-related social harms to align with gambling activities with the national development goals. Let's take a short break to be back into international news.
Welcome to Alba Supply, where all the magic happens right here in Rwanda. We create clothes that are stylish and comfortable for both women and men. Look around. This is exactly where everything is made. From shirts to t-shirts, suits, trousers, you name it, whatever you need, we got you. Every stitch, every cut is made right here. Alba Supply is all about Rwandan creativity and quality. Comfortable, classy, and of course, proudly made in Rwanda.
take a look into the international news, starting with the top story making the headlines in the African news, where the towns affected by the Congo's latest Ebola outbreak have been elected checkpoints to restrict population movement, officials say this week, as cases increased slightly and aid workers warned that the response was underfunded. And overseas news, a federal judge has temporarily blocked President Donald Trump from sacking Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook, who is part of the board responsible for setting U.S. interest rates. Kamikaze Giselle proceeds.
On the international news, let's start in Africa, where the Democratic Republic of Congo has enforced confinement measures in towns hit by a new Ebola outbreak in Kasai province, the first there since 2008. Authorities have established checkpoints, particularly in the Burap zone, to limit movement and curb the disease's spread. The health ministry reported 32 suspected cases, 20 confirmed infections, and 16 deaths, though local officials cite even higher suspected figures. As residents flee into surrounding regions, concern is mounting over control efforts. The World Health Organization is aiding the response by providing Ebola treatments and dispatching 2,000 doses of Ervebo vaccine for frontline workers and contacts. However, aid workers warn that the response is severely underfunded following reduction in foreign assistance and the dismantling of USAID, which jeopardizes timely intervention and outreach into affected communities. Proceeding, a federal judge has temporarily barred U.S. President Donald Trump from firing Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook, delivering another legal setback in a landmark crash over the Fed's independence. Judge Jacob granted a preliminary injunction, finding that Cook likely argued correctly that the law only arose removal for cause, misconduct, or negligence during her tenure, not for pre-office actions such as the alleged mortgage fraud. Trump claimed Cook misrepresented primary residence or mortgage applications before her 2022 confirmation, prompting a Justice Department investigation, which she denies. Cook's legal team maintains the effort is politically motivated. The ruling allows Cook to continue fulfilling her Federal Reserve duties and participate in the upcoming rate-setting meeting. The case could ultimately reach the U.S. Supreme Court and may redefine the limits of presidential authority over the Fed. Concluding, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen announced in her State of the Union address to the European Parliament on 10 September 2025 that the European Union will propose new measures targeting Israel in response to the Gaza conflict. The proposals include sanctions against extremist Israeli ministers and violent settlers, along with the partial suspension of the European Union-Israel Association Agreement, specifically concerning trade-related provisions. Though the measures aim to send a political signal, they will require considerable support, such as qualified majority vote for approval amid deep divisions among European Union member states. Von der Leyen also said the Commission would halt bilateral support to Israel while maintaining cooperation with Israel's civil society and institutions like Yad Vashem. Additionally, she pledged to establish a Palestinian donor group next month to support Gaza's reconstruction. Kamikaze Ghislaine, Mama Urkagasaboti.
As we come to the end of news edition today, let's go back with the news headlines. At the United Nations Security Council debate on peace operation, Rwanda emphasized a comprehensive approach to overcome security dynamics, lack of political clarity, and financial pressures. Rwanda Development Board, in partnership with Enviroserve Rwanda, has commenced the dismantling and recycling over 7,000 unlicensed slot machines sized across the country at e-waste recycling and management facility in Bugesera district. And international scene, President Donald Trump temporarily blocked from firing the Fed governor. Thanks for having me. Stay tuned.